beloved, peace. It's your homie Young Content, the unofficial sensei of the culture of mastering youthfulness, contentment, karate, and NFTs. And we have the homies loaded up. Start filling in the room. I literally had to sleep all day Monday because I was so fucking dehydrated from Vegas. And I'm back. I took a bunch of B12 shots. I think I had a burrito and I slept for like 13 hours. And I missed you guys. I missed you, okay? I did. Shout out to Focus Labs, Focus NFTs. That's the homies. Shout out to you guys. What have you guys been doing? They're loaded up. Orphan in the building. That's the G. That's my G right there. Orphan is my G. Sir Digi Chicken Caesar. What a fucking name. Came in like a wizard. Yes, you are a wizard. Finally made a live show. This is Rice and Beats. Rice and Beats. Steven. Ryson. I'm never going to call you Steven again. Sorry about that. Tell grandma we are live, okay? I literally just did my hair. We're live. We're going to have one of the chillest, actually not chill, alpha streams, alpha plays, only streams. We're going to be talking to Bannerman Chad, Parallels update, and you guys can request, maybe, if they're up to it, your favorite cards that you want revealed. I know I'm just going to be taking up all their time, though, so try not to ask any questions if you want. But yeah, without further ado, let's bring up the homies. Let me transition to this smoke, and let's go. Whoa, snap. What up, homies? You guys look like gentlemen and scholars and degens, all combined.
I've been called one of those things a lot in the past.
Was it gentlemen?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I'm new to the whole degen world for sure, but I'm certainly not a gentleman and barely a scholar, unless you count a scholar of comic books a thing.
Dude, you guys, I like the upgrade, homie, Mr. Gone. Nice upgrade. You literally been using all that Paramount money.
That's it. I've traded all of my yet to be allocated Prime for a better setup.
See what Prime keys will do for you guys, right there. Shout out to the chat. They're flooding in. They're excited. They're really excited to be here. How's your days, first and foremost?
It's hard to answer that question. It's a mix of excitement mixed in with real life and COVID life. So, obviously everything that we do with Parallel is super exciting. I love chatting with Carson and Connor and the rest of the Parallel team about the game. We've all become like really good friends throughout it. But then there's actually having to deal with real life and being stuck at home all day. So, as far as online life goes, it's amazing, but I'd like to get out more and see more people if possible.
Yeah, I just went out and kind of did my first stuff this weekend, and prior I saw New Order in like a huge concert here, and then spent all weekend drinking and eating, which was quite fun. So yeah, it's kind of been nice. Because obviously I've got my vaccine and all sorts of stuff like that, and it's generally been really good for it here. So things are like slowly starting to open up again, which is yeah, it's a relief. Because obviously, like Koji says, what we do is so fun, but at the same time, it's also very intense, right? We're working in this big, passionate, creative project. Certainly put a lot into it. So yeah, it's nice to have those releases as well on the side, I guess.
People don't understand. I feel like the amount of mental energy I think you guys use. Do you guys use? I came from the film world, and it's just like you got to set up this, you got to edit this. Like, do you guys use a lot of mental energy? Like when by the day's end, you're like, fuck my brain.
Yeah, for sure. Especially working in like design, right? Because I might, I might think about something, or even while I'm doing other stuff, I probably will be thinking about something all day to write 2 sentences later on. So yeah, it's a big mental undertaking to kind of, work on the spider's web and get everything put together. But there's nothing I'd really rather be doing. So yeah, it's exhausting, but I like it. It's fine.
I agree. I think as a kid, you play a game and you're like, it must be so fun to work on making fun games. And there's an element to it that is fun, but it's more than just games, which is an interesting challenge. And like Connor said, you can spend all day thinking about 3 lines of card on a 3 lines of text on a card, and only to have it scrapped the next day to be like, okay, well now it's only got to be these 2 lines because that 3rd line doesn't work or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? So, but it is fun. It's definitely a challenge, and I just want to take the time right now to just say thank you to everyone who's been with this project and following it, no matter when you got into it, because the passion in which these people talk about it is what keeps us going and kind of, makes us want to make the game as good as it can be.
Bro, thank God you don't have me on the team, because I'll be throwing tantrums. And you don't want to hear a young content tantrum. Sucks.
Well, I don't think you'd be tantruming because you'd know what all the cards do already. So
oh,
I think
for sure, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't get in my head, Mr. Gunn. I don't like that. The chat is full of parallel signs, so it's just full of it, and it's just funny. Shout out to the 22 people plus grandma.
I do like that we have our own gang sign already.
Gang, it's crazy.
That's pretty shit.
yeah,
That'll escalate well.
Whoever came up with the 2 slashes, like, I mean, it's obvious when you think about it now, but the first time I saw it, I was just like, whoever did this is like, it's pure genius.
I kept seeing it in people's Twitter names, and I think I was talking to Koji, and he mentioned, he was like, oh, isn't it crazy that people are putting the parallel pills in their name? And I was just like, oh, that's what it is.
Parallel pills.
I'm not a smart guy. I mean, I'm, designing the game, but other than that, I'm not a smart guy.
Is there a certain card that we get if we tattoo all the parallels on our body at the same time?
I'll send you my rug poll if you do that.
Okay.
You can have the official merchant rug poll. There you go.
That's fucking worth it.
I'll let you know when I do it myself. I'll be the test case, and then you can tell me.
Is it gonna go down your spine? Vertically?
I'm probably actually, like, all jokes aside, I probably will get the green sort of double pills or whatever you want to call them at some point for sure, because I'm a big, I mean, you can't really tell, but like I'm a big tattoo guy.
Ooh, I see you, dude.
And like
I couldn't tell, dude. You're like
yeah, I've got
party in the front,
tattoos as well.
party in the back. Dang, you tatted up, dude. I cannot wait till you get your favorite tattoo, your favorite card on your body, guys.
Hey, like, honestly, when we make launch, because that's, as a developer, like, obviously, everything's exciting and fun, but launch is like the big one, right? Like, when we make launch, like, yeah, I'll probably get a tattoo. Why not? I mean, it's already a big part of my life, right? So, and as you can see, I have more than a few tattoos, so I wouldn't exactly be standing out too much, but.
I hate when people I live in the South, and they're like, "Oh, dude, when you're old, those things are gonna wrinkle, dude." I'm like, dude, I don't care.
The funniest thing is, like, people love saying that, right? Like, people without tattoos will go, "Oh, but how do you know that in 40 years you're gonna still like it?" And it's like, both my arms are mostly covered in tattoos. Like, I forget my tattoos are there until somebody says, like, "Oh, I like your tattoos." Then I'm like, "Oh, yeah, shit, I've got like 10 tattoos on my arms." Like. You forget they're there. Like, it's not as constant a worry as you'd imagine.
Yeah. I love it. I wanted to dive in tattoos and the art. Shout out to Oscar. How's Oscar and the homie Nacho doing? Are they working full time? This art that they're popping off. Carson, things I'm seeing with the Cathari cards. You guys, I'm kind of jealous. I'm like, where the fuck is my close up visual detailed Marcrolian, chest or back or like head helmet at,
What do you want to see? I want to see a Marcolian chest.
Marcolian, just hairy chest with the Kevlar. But yeah, how's the team? How's the art team? How they doing?
I think they're resting on their laurels at this point. They just hired some new people and then fucked off on vacation. I'm kidding. They're all working super hard.
That's
probably
the least accurate representation of our art team imaginable.
we did hire some new people, but they definitely did not fuck off. Like, they're producing art at a rate that is astounding. I saw some of the new pieces. I won't spill too much, but there's a new Shroud card coming, and I was just like, holy shit.
Shroud card?
This is crazy. I mean, it's a new artist's X-Men first card, and it is pretty bonkers. Like, he nailed it out of the gate.
He sent us the sketch like an hour or something ago, and is it
ship based, or is you actually starting to reveal the character lore side?
It's a unit. It's a character.
Holy no! Oh my god!
I think I would go so far as to say, from what I know is being worked on right now, I would say every parallel has something to be excited about coming up. There's some. One of our favorite cards in the entire game just started getting put through art. So that's
Are Are you
An
telling?
organ core card. Yeah.
Dude, are the shrouds? Do they have like big brains? Like more like, do they have like certain brain bulging happening or no?
No, the shroud are the shroud, depending on how powerful they are, in essence, they can take a few different forms. But there's actually an argument to be made that in their human form, because of what happened to them, they're the most human looking of all the like, you know, relative to modern day humans. They're arguably the most human looking of all the parallels in their base form, really, because when they were torn into the singularity, they were essentially frozen in their sort of age and appearance of then. So yeah, they haven't, you know, evolved along the
Are they
eons that
beautiful
have gone
humans
since.
like Johnny Depp? Beautiful human type?
Some of them are. I mean, you know, there's a few Kojis in there, but
Oh, okay.
for the most,
But-
hey, Lamar.
Yeah.
For the most part, yeah. I mean, hey, the one that I saw today is a very handsome fella. So yeah, it'll be. It's funny that because the Shroud are the most inhuman parallel, and they're also the most human in some ways. So I think people will really like what we're doing with them.
I think you guys do a lot of paradoxical things. It's
Yeah,
it's just so
juxtaposed. I think
juxtaposed. Everything.
is the idea. Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys know what today is, it is what? Mars Day, okay? It's the Great Tuesday. If you know, so all the homies in the Markrolian chat, please be in here, all right? Let's kind of dominate the numbers. Please. Don't make the Markrolian Sensei look bad. I wanted to ask, there was a time, you know, when the Prime keys got delayed, and people, you know, you could see people exiting the Discord. The real OG stood. During that gap of time, how did that make you guys feel? I know you're still head down working. It's not. I think there was a point where people got real greedy. They lost the sight. Some people lost the sight of like, what are you fucking here for? So, what do you want to say to all that gap of time? Because now people are like, dude, I'm buying floors left and right.
I mean, there's not much to say really. Like, people get involved in these projects for various reasons. Like, obviously there's a collector base to the whole thing. There's people who are interested in the game, and then there's obviously people who are interested in the finances and the sort of crypto aspect of it. And if for whatever reason you're in, that's fine. You know, I try not to pay too much attention to the secondary market. Like, obviously it's an indicator of confidence in some ways, but I think that for our perspective, right, because we're not in the business of necessarily only selling one of ones, the actual sort of floor and the average price of things doesn't matter as much, right? Like, what we want is the ability to transact and the ability to trade, because that's, like, you know, central to a card game. And so that doesn't really change whether the card's selling for 5 ETH or 3 ETH. And in fact, you know, in some ways, prime keys aside, obviously, in some ways, the lower the price of a given card, the more accessible it is for people to get into. So, like, you know, it is what it is. I think that, like, it'll ebb and flow with every pack drop. I think you're going to probably see a giant spike, just because there'll be a bunch of new people.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, a bunch of people, you know, an influx of people who want to collect, who haven't been here since the beginning. And so, you know, just kind of ride it out. I think that, like, if you want to dip in and out and, you know, try and take advantage of it, like it's the stock market or whatever, like, more power to you. I don't have the stomach for it, but, you know, do it if you want, I guess.
Yeah, I think, like, yeah, in a slightly more dramatic, but my opinion answer, like, both Koji and I and everyone on the team know what we're working towards making this game. So nothing in the short term concerns us, really. Like, yeah, I know what we're aiming for and what we're working on, and
I love that.
yeah,
I love that
doesn't really concern me.
because I know too. And you know, I think when it gets quiet, that's when it gets dangerous. Because you guys, all of it, you know, you know, there's sometimes you pop into Discord and troll and fun and make fun and have fun, and there's other times where it's like, you know what these guys are doing. Orphan said, people fucking bail lettuce heads. Lettuce heads, flippers gonna flip, anti-flipper, flipper club. Let's get the shirt out, Orphan, okay? Let's get that shirt out ASAP.
Anti-flipper car.
We need it.
It's pretty funny.
So, are you guys still working on the board? And is that coming in September still, or should we expect in like October? Because I'm looking forward to seeing the board.
So that's certainly this is something to be like. There are different answers to this, right? So, is it like possible that you'll see, if you like, a prototype mock-up of what the board will be in the coming months? Yeah, like absolutely. But it would just be that. It would be like a prototyped mock-up. Obviously, this is something that takes a lot of development and a lot of iteration. You know, we want to get to playtesting, see what works, see what feels good, see what doesn't, and fix it. So in terms of seeing the actual in-game functional board, you're way far from that. But yeah, I mean, this isn't really my area in terms of showing you a mock-up. That might happen sooner, but you won't see like a screenshot, if you like, for quite some time, realistically.
I could only imagine the board is going to be. I don't know if Oscar is in charge of the board, but
he'll be heavily involved in the visual elements.
Yeah, that CAD element that you're bringing and everything you do. I already know there's going to be a fucking CAD element to this board. There has to be.
I mean, yeah, like with I think we showed Data Breach recently, card wise, the art. And yeah, I messaged Oscar after it and I was like, look, seeing cards like this make me so excited for what you're going to do with the HUD. Because it's, yeah, I mean, he's a scary talented guy, so
holy shit,
be cool.
Mr. Gon, how did Marcher get a voice that deep? Did he come out the womb with a deep voice, or that's like a
I think
Chernobyl
he's got
voice?
some modulator on there.
Yeah, I do.
Like...
I actually sound like Kermit the Frog on crack without it on, so I use a voice changer.
So where's the modulator located? In the back of your neck?
It's like implanted. I'm like an organ core. It's in the base of my spine. Yeah.
Damn, that must be like when you get like a nick.
Yeah,
the real answer is I don't know.
I don't have enough Prime to afford that tech yet. So. My voice is just my voice.
You said the deadly word, organ core. I don't really know. I think you're the Shroud. I don't think you're supposed to say organ core when you're a Shroud.
I mean, and I have like the get out of jail free card of like, I make the game. But yes, I mean, if gun to my head, yeah, I'm a Shroud boy for sure.
Shroud boy. I wanted to ask Mr. Gon, love the setup. I think you just changed your whole setup around, bro.
I did. Yeah, I did.
That thing looks like.
I'm continuing to change it as well. Like there's yeah, you know, I figured that there's the more stuff like this comes up, like obviously we've appeared on your show a couple times, and you know, I talked to a lot of people, and I want to make sure that I come through professionally, but like, you know, if we're gonna be on a produced show like yours, it's got to look good, right?
Dude. No, you look good, you know, fucking with that fuzzy screen you used to have, man. I like that.
Yeah, Young, your intro screen of you dancing about in your fucking Yeezys is great. Like that's well good. I saw that, I was like, oh, production value.
Dude, I did that shit myself, dude. I don't know how I did it. I gave up 3D after it. As soon as, because it took up so much energy from me. I'm like, I'm never done that.
It's tough. Yeah, you do some 3D stuff. I did like a semester of it in uni, and then, you know, like tiny bits for games I made here and there, and it's like, people who do that full time are too big brain for me, man. Bro, it's hard stuff.
I want to go fishing with you guys. That's why that's why that thing is there. It's the Young Content's fishing corner. So it's like, you know, he has the little beetle, has the forest and trees. I don't know if you guys like fishing, but I definitely would fucking fish with y'all. Deep sea.
I mean, I enjoy it like I enjoy golf. You know, it's not something that I do on a regular basis, but just to be outside taking part in that activity once in a while is very relaxing.
Yeah, like I've never been fishing, but I like going outside and drinking. So I imagine the two are quite interchangeable.
Yeah, I think there's no difference at all. Labden says, let's go. When merchant ASMR stream? I don't know, dude. Og and Cores Rise, don't say that. I think you guys are spamming that. Stretch knows what's up. Shout out to Meta Regular. Influence in the building. Shout out to your sale. Hi guys, do you know any idea how much will cost the packs for October drop? I think I always get this wrong, but it's like, I think the common was 0.01, right?
Yeah, there was.
Oh yeah, 0.01.
0.01, 0.1, and 0.2, and I might be wrong on this, in which case, whoops. But I'm pretty sure that we're keeping the same pricing.
Yeah.
You don't want to bump it up?
No. I mean, so our goal, right? Like our goal since the beginning has been to make the game, even the collectible pieces, as affordable as possible, right? And we're not in the pack drop necessarily to just like make more money, right? I mean, obviously we want to survive as a company and make money, but like it's not about extracting as many ETH or dollars or whatever from the people that are supporting us, is just to continue to get support, and the more cards in the ecosystem, the better. And, a lot of people ask us like, oh, 10% of the secondary market, so to be clear, right? Like our pack drops are as affordable as we can make them. And then the 10%, again, 4% of that goes to the community pool. 1% of that gets set aside for other things. And then the 5% goes to us. But that's how we're able to make these cards as, in packs as affordable as possible. And again, one of my favorite things in the world is someone who spends, whatever it is, like $18-20 on a core pack, and then gets like a catalyst drive or a prime key or something. I'm like, it's amazing.
My friend did that. He, well, not that much, but he bought, I think it was, I can't remember. My friend Ronan got like, I think it was 2 core packs, and he got a Gaia's Call Day SE and sold it for like, it was, I can't remember if it was the SE or not, but he got something incredibly valuable and was just like, how is this real? So we love hearing the stories like that. It's awesome.
You guys literally decentralized the game. You guys brought the DeFi little play, the NFT thing, and merged it like Robin Hood would do. It's very noble, you guys, because I know so many different companies and NFTs that are just fucking 0.08 for some shit PFPs, and then you guys come here with the common packs for like $50.
Yeah, I think we might just have a lot longer term plan than a lot of those projects as well. Not to say there's not good ones out there, but like, I think we have a lot longer term thinking than a lot of projects. And realistically, just being pragmatic as well, the more accessible, because while of course these are the more, even like, even like base cards right now are the more collectible editions compared to when the game's out. Realistically, the more accessible we make the collectible stuff, the bigger a base of collectors we grow. So the more popular the project becomes. So I think that we're more than happy to do it healthily and like build it in a sustainable way instead of being like packs. And because I honestly believe we could charge like 2 ETH for a pack and people would pay it, right?
They would.
What they get inside. Yeah. Like, well, we're not interested in doing that. We're interested in doing it the right way. So
you guys think that when you get as big as I think you'll get, like Wizard of the Coast style, you're going to just be dropping packs every week? Or you're going to kind of spread that out a little bit?
Well, hopefully the game will be out by then. So that'll be a bit of a different ecosystem, right? Because a lot more stuff will be live, if you like. So, when we become that big, I'm going to be retired in my castle by then anyway. So,
I want to live in a castle too. I'm not lying.
Once the game comes out, we'll probably have drops for the more collector sort of exclusive items. But as far as, the standard cards are concerned, you just get them in game.
For sure.
Yeah, but we have actually spoke about some really fun stuff that we can do, like collectability drop wise. It definitely, I definitely don't think the game coming out will be the end of exciting drop events, if you like.
No.
Is that alluding to pair sets at all? Like, or have you guys?
No, there was no illusions in there whatsoever.
Cool.
That was just us talking about like we could do drops of cosmetics and stuff like that. It's just very broad. There's more fun drop stuff we can do when the game's live. There was no hidden message in that.
For sure. Because I'm all about hidden messages and trying to fucking extract data from this team, because you guys are the toughest team to extract data from.
Or is there a hidden message?
Maybe there is.
I don't know.
Maybe. See, why you got to do that, dude? See,
the hidden message is the game will eventually come out. And
he's always Professor Xing my head, bro. Someone said I'm stocking up on SC cards now. Hey guys, I'm curious how many cards in total will be available in the game. Hundreds per parallel to choose from when making a deck. I think that's like that's a whole other number.
Yeah, so not well, including the universal pool, you'll have pretty much 100 cards to build a deck from in each parallel. But no, the initial base set of the game is approximately 265 cards. Split out between the parallels and then with the universal pool as well. So eventually there'll be thousands of cards, but to begin with, it's going to be about 265, 270, and there'll be I'm already working on future stuff in that regard, so more on that in the future. But
speaking of cards, you guys know today is Markrolian Day. All right, my stream deck is coming. I'm gonna have like the frequency of the planet playing sometime. I just got done meditating to some planet music, and I'm super excited to hear about the Bannerman. Okay, I think we have enough people in here because I needed. I don't know how I missed the Bannerman initial.
I think as well as you segued that across, I'm more excited to hear about what planet music is.
Dude, it's
Is
just
that
frequency of the
is that
planet.
like
You
a
just tap
Jerry
in-
and Rick and Morty where he's like, human music. I like it.
I literally, what I do is I put in Mars frequency music on YouTube and I put my headphones in and I just fucking meditate because I'm that Markrolian to the Mars. Like, I want to be in Mars. I want to travel with Elon. So, it's a thing of mine. So, this is a very special moment for the Sensei. When did you guys talk about Bannerman and how did I miss this shit?
Oh, it was ages ago. It was just dropped in one of the Discord chats, I think. Like a couple months ago, I think
it might have been in one of the Sunday chats, if that even. I don't even remember. So
might have just been in the channel. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's not well known. Let me put it that way. I don't think most people who own the card know what it does. So you get to shout it from the heavens here.
So this is my day. This is a gift for the Sensei. That's how I feel. I really want to be a wrapped gift, red wrapped, paper wrapped for me, and the gang.
I'll be honest. Like there have been times we talked about putting it out there, and I was like, no, let's hold it for Young's show.
My man. All right. So, who I think was that Nachos coming up with? He designed that suit. Merchant, did you have a say in the suit's design structure?
You know, I think Bannerman was actually that might have been the first card that got made after I joined. The art of Bannerman's been around for ages. So yeah, I actually know I think it pretty much predated me. Maybe we've had the art for Bannerman for a long time. I think it predated me.
Special. That's special right there. Right, that's special. Yeah. Right? That's special sauce.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. I was just trying to figure out I can't remember. That card's been around forever. But anyway, yeah, the Bannerman. So what does the Bannerman do? Well, I feel like it's been hyped up for what is a relatively simple card, but that does play quite a cool role in a lot of Markolian decks. So Bannerman is one of the Markolian 1-drops. It's going to be a 1 energy card that comes down small as a 1/1, but it has the text of whenever you play an effect card, this unit gains +1/+1. So basically what it is it's an effect scaler for Markolian. So you play it on turn 1, and then you have an effect heavy deck where you're playing a lot of direct damage, and you use it to play a really aggressive style we call burn in card games. And yeah, Bannerman is essentially the burn 1-drop for Markolian. It's not Markolian's primary strategy. It's kind of like a little offshoot of decks they can build. But yeah, that's what the Bannerman does.
How interesting can it get? I mean, with certain combo cards that you guys have revealed or haven't revealed, do we get like a multi effects at one time, like with our vehicles or some shit? Or
well, I mean, if you're playing into Markolian card draw, they can restock their hand quite well if everything goes according to plan with some cards. You could theoretically be rattling off like a few cheap effects a turn once you're in the mid game. But yeah, it's more of a threat to like sit there and grow bigger throughout the game. But yeah, obviously quite easily removed if you're not careful with it. But
yo, Jordan, also don't say that. Said, bro, what kind of ass shit is that? Dude, it's not ass shit, especially when I fucking start learning it and dominate you on the field.
Well, I think you said what kind of OP ass shit is that?
Okay,
actually.
OP, okay.
Yeah, so I would say no. I honestly think cards like that fundamentally can't really be overpowered because when you start at 1/1, your opponent has so much room to deal with them throughout the opener of the game that if it does sit there and get really big by, like turn 6, 7, etc., your opponent kind of only has themselves to blame for it, right? So,
well, I mean, there's also the scenario where you grab it mid or late game and you throw it down and then just launch a bevy of effects,
tee off,
and pump it up, So it can be a pretty strong, so like mid to late game card as well. That would combo with say some Markolian relics or some other things that also kind of key on effects. So I certainly see it being a big part of certain Markolian decks for sure.
Yeah, it's like I say, it's not their route 1 strategy. That's more unit focused, but it's certainly a very valid card in a lot of Markolian deck building for sure.
Do you feel like with Catherine Lapointe or Lemieux or the Mercenary War Room? I think it's called Mercenary.
Oh no, it's Armored Division HQ.
Armored Division. What should I be? Because I mean, I really just want to play all fucking Bannermans, low key, and have like.
You'd most likely be playing Lemieux with a Bannerman deck. You can play Catherine as well if you're like going hybrid kind of units and effects to burn your
Why
opponent.
Lemieux? Is it because he just can he do more things for me?
So yeah, Lemieux is basically what we call like a toolbox paragon, where instead of serving a very specific purpose, like, you know, Armored Division HQ, you play it with vehicles, right? It's like bang bang. Lemieux is more like nebulous. You know, he's more of a toolbox. You can fit him into all sorts of different stuff. And there's also just the fact that, you know, Lemieux will fetch units back from your hand, which may be involved in your card draw, etc. Will also destroy, remove something on the board that if you're trying to kill your opponent very quickly, it might be more handy in doing so. So I'd say it's probably like 60-40 Lemieux and Catherine, but I think either can work. The Markolian Paragons, except Armored Division, it's more like player's choice in a lot of instances, I think, which is exactly how we want it to be. We don't want you to feel like you have to play a specific Paragon for certain decks. There will be a few that you do, but we're offering a variety of experiences with that.
Yeah, I feel like you know, especially with the Markrolians, everyone sees us as vehicles, and we are vehicle daddies, but we're more than that. All right, we are humans. We are like, you know, we eat dinner. Okay, we have compassion for with one another. But you guys alluded or said that Markrolians have like kind of like a tactical division, possibly.
They have a commando corps. Yeah, they have a whole regiment of commandos who have many cards that you guys haven't really got to see yet, but you will soon.
Are we talking about like Black Swan, maybe like some spy action?
Well, let's put it this way: in the description for one of the cards that I give to the artists, one of the commando cards has written, "It's pretty much Markolian Solid Snake" in one of the lines of the description. So, yes, there'll be some pretty cool
solid fucking snake.
Sabotage, espionage kind of stuff in there, and it's kind of the Markolian stuff that you haven't got to see yet. So, you know, I think it's kind of cool in that regard.
You know, even the way that you created the vehicles for the Markrolians, that Claymore, whatever that tank is, the Earthbreaker cannon, was that kind of inspired by Metal Gear at all? Because that gives me, you know, Metal Gear 1 looks, and just hearing you say that, I'm just so fucking encouraged now.
So there's definitely, like, I think a lot of us are big Metal Gear fans, but no, with the with the naming of a lot of the Markolian stuff, it's more actually inspired by sort of the history of warfare kind of things. That's why, you know, you have a Claymore as the artillery, which of course is a big old Scottish sword. You know, you have a Lancer tank. There's a lot of references in there to like Napoleonic era warfare as well. That's why the Markolian have a lot of French naming motifs. And yeah, so yeah, I think quite a few of us, I know Cafaro, one of the artists, I was talking to him about tanks the other day. We've got a few like military history buffs, myself included, massively on the team. So yeah, we draw inspiration from everything we love, right? Because we're creating something we love, so it's natural to draw in things from all over the place.
Can I have a request?
Maybe.
Behind me is William Wallace Braveheart poster. Can we get like some Scottish fucking war zone shit in like Series 2 one day for Markrolians?
Well, I mean, you've got a Claymore artillery tank.
You do have
like,
a Claymore. Look at that sword.
Yeah, but yes, I mean, yeah, half my family's Scottish, so I'm sure there'll be some of it in there.
Some Viking ass. Who would be the Vikings then inside your parallel?
Ooh, that's a good question. Probably based on probably other. They have a lot of like tradition.
God damn it.
There's a couple cards one that I love that Koji designed. Yeah, if I say the word reluctant, he'll know which one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
One of the cards that Koji designed that I fucking love the theming of so much, and that's maybe our most Viking card, I think.
Damn.
So yeah.
With tatted up, is it tatted up or is it?
Oh, we're not gonna spoil it yet.
Okay.
You'll see it. You'll know it when you see it, though. You'll know it when you see it for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exciting, man. I mean, I think that, like, you know, you're talking about inspiration. Obviously, we give the artists a little bit of not even direction. You know, we tell them what inspired us to create the card, and then, you know, they kind of use that as fuel for whatever they're going to do. But I think that ultimately, it all comes from a soup of our interests, whether it be military history, whether it be video games. I was talking about comic books at the beginning of the show. I think all of it kind of bleeds in, and in various areas. So you look at some of the art and you say that might I can see where you were inspired by XYZ, or you look at some of the names and you can see where we were inspired by certain things. And certainly the lore text on the cards, I mean, at least some of the cards that I designed, some of the lore text is like, if you know what you're doing, it's pretty much a direct sort of comparison 1-to-1. Like, as an example, we've revealed Star Chart already. The text from Star Chart is a line from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Dude.
Yeah, I think it's the amazing way we work with the artists is we tell them what in the world of Parallel it is, and like, yeah, what inspired us, and then they take that and they run with it. It's awesome. It's a great way to work.
Speaking of awesome, before we go into this next reveal, I took Grawl with me to Vegas, and I was in a pool party, and I put him right there in front of all like the hot chicks and Planet Hollywood sign, and it was just super dope. I think everyone is just taking Grawl out for walks. Speak to that AR functionality. It's a beautiful thing. It seems like it's just growing your like meme base itself on Twitter and your socials.
I've been so like locked in my card bunker because, like I say, I'm working on some future stuff for the game. I haven't even played around with any of the AR stuff yet. I've been too busy mining in the card mines, I guess. But
that just speaks to the layers of what you guys are doing, because you're out here in the dungeon, and all these fucking plebes are just fucking taking all the stuff that you create, and there's or the whole team, and it's beautiful. What do you think about that, Mr. Gunn?
I mean, it's hard for me to speak about AR. How do I put this? I don't want to like go into too much detail about some of this stuff, because like part of the fun of what we're doing with some of this tech is, the surprise of it going out there. But I do think it's really exciting to see what people are doing with the tools that we're giving them. I mean, like you're talking about the memification of the Grawl as an example, right? I thought it would just be a fun thing that people would be like, hey, look at it beside my car or whatever. But it's taken on a life of its own, and I guess that just goes to show how creative our community is, as opposed to how uninventive maybe I am when it comes to some of these tools. But no, I love it, man. I can't wait to see what these guys come up with. And the best part about the way that we operate as a team is we are also constantly surprised by some of this stuff. It's not as if like we're looking at it like you're looking at it. I mean, we might be able to see it a little earlier, but at the same time, we got our hands on that AR tool, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. I have the exact same reaction that the community's having when they look at some of this stuff. And it blows me away. That's the fun part, right? Like that's like we get to see how the sauce is made, but we also get to taste it before anybody else. And it's like amazing.
The fucking that deer meat peppers in there, that deer meat inside that sauce is fucking amazing, bro. You guys are fucking making a sauce of sauce for sure. I want to try the sauce too. Let me get an invite. I can't wait, because I think people take the lore very seriously, and they kind of live their characters out or who they're becoming. And I think you guys allow for free access for people to be who they are in this kind of nerdy world. And it's beautiful, and I can't wait for like the Marcolian drone to just be taking pictures with my iPhone everywhere. Hey, I'm eating a bagel. You want some?
Yeah, the AR stuff. People, like Koji says, people's creativity with it is like what impressed me so much. I saw so many dumb and hilarious uses of it, which is awesome. So yeah,
I love that. I wanted to talk about this. I'm gonna switch the screens now. Boom. Transition. Boom. And this Marcolian card, Claymore Artillery Gun.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, bro. So much to see in here. Even the fence is cool. Where's
funnily
that?
enough, I think did we bring the Claymores, one of them, to reveal today? I feel like we did.
We did. Yeah.
No way.
I was going to say, because I suspect we'll reveal it very shortly, but this is actually one of those cards that probably plays very well with the Bannerman.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is a big effect card for Marcolian. Yeah, I mean, it's a unit, but you know what I mean.
Speaking to the background, is this in a ship, like a shipyard or underground?
Yeah, so this is in a Marcolian. Well, you can interpret it how you will. It's it's a shipyard. It's like a loading bay in a larger ship where they might be getting ready to go somewhere, kind of thing, you know.
And we haven't seen a Marcolian ship, have we?
Not yet.
Not
Damn.
yet, yeah.
You're going to though.
I could see that shit being so rugged or sleek. Beautiful technology.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit of both for sure. But okay, let's do the reveal here, I think.
Please.
Just because I'd rather get back to looking at your smiling faces. But the Claymore Artillery Gun. So what it does is the unit gains armed whenever an effect is played. Now, armed is when it attacks or is attacked by a unit that is not armed, it does its damage first. So it has the potential to kill the opposing unit before it can be damaged at all. And then it also has an additional ability called Assault. I don't even know if we've talked about Assault, but it has the ability Assault, deal 2 damage to any target. Oh yeah, we might have. And what Assault does essentially is if you've already dealt damage to the opponent, then the Assault ability on a card triggers.
Yeah, so if you've dealt damage to an opponent in that turn, Assault is activated.
Sorry, in that turn.
And the Claymore gains armed until the end of that turn if you play an effect, which means if you are playing an effect-heavy burn style, lots of throwing like artillery and firepower at your opponent's face, the Claymore is a hard thing to stop. Because even if your opponent has Defender, armed is going to just smash them out the way. So, yeah, it's a very, very aggressive, very scary card to deal with if you're playing against a Marcolian burn deck.
Comparable to size of like your Lancer tank, would this be more mobile than that?
Well, it would be less mobile because it's like a large, high caliber gun.
Boom.
So you actually, in the mode you're seeing it there, is in its like deployed form, where you can see it's got those back legs coming out to stabilize.
Turret, bro. Holy shit.
Yeah, and then it's got this great big arcing cannon on top of it. So, yes, the Claymore is not a gun that you want aimed at you particularly. I suppose a Lancer tank probably isn't either, but I think I'd pick the Lancer maybe.
Holy shit. When you say Assault, is that more like your Blitz, like attack on first turn, or
no? So Assault is a keyword we have in parallel. So the Claymore Artillery Gun says Assault, deal 2 damage to any target. That means if when you play the Claymore, if you've dealt damage already to your opponent that turn, the Assault condition will be met, and you will deal 2 damage to any target you want. Damn. So it's like a reward for keeping up the pressure in Marcolian decks, basically. I think we spoke about it before, but it's always good to go over it again.
Holy smokes.
It might be on the podcast.
That's where it would be. It would be on the podcast, of course.
Yes, plug that Parallel podcast in ASAP and all socials, because I love that podcast. That you guys have a great synergy.
That's a lot of fun, yeah.
Yeah, follow us at Parallel NFT Pod and search for Life in Parallel wherever you get podcasts.
You when I play that, is it gonna be like an easy card to play? Is it gonna be heavy energy cost, or is it gonna?
It's I'd say it's around mid range. Like it's neither early nor late is what I would say about the Claymore. It would probably be towards the top end of the kind of deck you're playing it in, just because you're going to be playing a lot of cheap effects in there. So yeah, you're not going to be playing it on the first couple turns, but when you get to the mid range, it's one of your heavier hitters, if you like.
Wow, that's amazing. Speaking of other heavy hitters, you guys had that Cathari stuff coming out as well. I noticed the Cathari are just getting some serious cards. Yeah. Serious cards. What is there was a vial you released today with some DNA in it. I know the Cathari are very proud, even though they're fucking scumbags. But they're super proud of what you guys are showing. That one card itself looks like a female Silver Surfer. The way that the description of her as well is very beautiful. Very beautiful description. I wanted to pull that up as well for the chat.
Yeah, Meridus is she's a really, really cool card. She's probably one of my favorite Cathari cards, I think. So far.
How do you say her name? Meridus?
I say Meritus. It might be Meritus. Who knows? This is Carson named this card, so I'm probably saying it wrong. And when it turns out I am, I'm just gonna claim I was doing it deliberately to wind him up, so it's fine.
In my head, it's Meritus. So
Meritus. Yeah, I think it's like Meritus. I that sounds good to me.
I want to read the description real quick. It said, "My child,
ahead,
you are truly unique, a living, breathing archivist lab. I tell this to all the blanks, but you above all others truly can be anything you wish."
Yeah, Meritus is she is a very special Cathari in that she possesses the ability to genetically modify her body without being reborn, basically. So she can genetically knit her body on the fly. Yeah, she has quite powerful character in the lore.
Genetically made her body like a Terminator in Terminator like 2.
Well,
like
if you see there's a shot breaking her bone in her forearm. And so basically she'll just knit that back together and tank it. And she's turned her arm into essentially being a point of contact to absorb the blow of the shot. So she's not really phased by it.
Will she end up giving that blow back by absorbing the energy or no?
Potentially. That's a good question. But yeah, she can genetically modify her code, if you like, at will. So she is a very powerful Cathari character for sure.
Bruh. You have a character in a movie that looks like this, and you're going to fucking break the internet. It's very dangerous.
The best thing is Meritus's effect ties in really nicely with this. So when you play Meritus, she's a Cathari unit, of course, and when you play her, she has a muster ability, which is when she enters the field, and her ability is you select 2 units from your wastes, and you get the stats of one of them and the abilities of the other.
Damn.
So she becomes a mesh of the 2 units that you pick, one for stats, one for abilities. So if you've been discarding a bunch of awesome units or you've had them wasted earlier in the game, you play Meritus and she comes down as a combo of 2. So you could take like a fragile card with an amazing effect and knit it into a huge stats monster and turn her into an absolute terror on the battlefield for sure.
Bro, she's a fucking... Is she a Paragon? No.
No, she's just a character for now.
She could act like a Paragon if you get really dangerous really quick. Holy shit. I could just see so many different like
she's gonna have
scenarios.
An impact for sure.
I mean, if you like that one, there's definitely Paragon coming up that's gonna blow your mind. But that's all I can say at this point.
Hey, you can find out what the Paragons do on the podcast. It's the 2nd episode, I think.
Oh, that's true.
And one of the Cathari Paragons is like the silliest card in the game, and it's awesome.
Oh my god. Yeah. Orphan says she's finna to come back with a crab hand and like really long hair.
Oh yes, the Jameis Winston play. Yes, it'll be interesting. Meritus is a fantastic card.
Dang, that is amazing. That's amazing.
My dream is to one day see some Meritus cosplay. You know, just or parallel
Dunk
cosplay
yourself in silver paint and send a picture to @parallelNFT on Twitter. Don't do that. That's a joke.
You guys seem like you're gonna have like your whole cosplay unit itself doing like, cause I got back from Vegas for GutterCon. That was like a first NFT conference, and it was really cool. People had their cat, little things, little furs, merchandise. Yeah. So I can only imagine when you guys would like have a parallel con or just plug into a Comic Con itself. Meritus looks like a common person that you can make. I could be Meritus if I really wanted to, but I won't.
I would like to see. As long as you keep the beanie on. That's what I want to see.
Cut this off.
Yeah. Maybe that could be a Meritus skin when the game launches. Beanie Meritus.
Alternative art. Are you a cosplayer?
I want to be. I came from the cool table from high school, and I just converted over because that shit sucked. And now I'm just fully embracing cosplay.
Yeah, being cool is really fucking boring. It's a lot more fun being nerdy.
Yeah, being a jock is fucking lame.
I went from being in what our high school is, a high school rugby player, and then just deciding, no, can't be bothered. Going to sit inside and play RuneScape all day instead. Worked much better.
Your jock friends were like, "What is this?"
You should just corrupt them. It's fine.
They're gonna know now, bro. You're a fucking.
I grew up like a Stranger Things kid, honestly. So I've been this way my whole life, but
there's no saving Koji.
That's it. Young, are you going to NFT NYC?
You already know, dude. I'm going to be there for sure. I know Jeremy's gonna come. Jeremy Stormsky. It's gonna be a party.
Yeah, track us down, man, because we'll be prowling the streets. If you can find us, maybe there's some interesting parallel knowledge in it for you.
Dude, you gonna be? I know. I'm probably gonna stay in the same hotel with you. I'm probably just gonna stalk you guys, like the cousin that you don't want around.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the more the merrier. The more familiar faces, the better, I think, because this is my first time really sort of traveling for anything parallel related. So I'm looking to have some fun.
Wow.
And that goes for everyone listening too. If you guys are at NFT NYC, look for the parallel pills. Hold on, one sec.
Is anyone? Are you speaking at all virtually, Merchant, from the big screen at NFT NYC at all? I would love for you to speak.
I have no idea, honestly. I mean, the reality. Oh, look at that, beautiful.
Look for this.
Is that a polo?
Look for somebody wearing.
No,
this.
I thought that too. It's just a t-shirt.
Oh my god, that's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
dude.
reality is, I would love to come. I don't know what's going on with the travel restrictions. Like, originally there were no plans, but now I think like yesterday they said that it's going to be dropped at some point in November, because it's in November, right?
Yeah, November 1st to the 4th.
Correct.
Yeah, so who knows? I think they said early November. I imagine it wouldn't be that early, so yeah, who knows?
Bro,
but maybe
just-
I'll make a virtual appearance.
Just travel, just travel on the Shroud ship. You know, that's all you gotta do.
Oh yeah, that's what you do. Yeah, you just turn into like a smoke monster and just go through airport security. It won't attract
dude.
any attention.
They know that you're actually more than a human here. I think I saw you shapeshift before the show.
Oh
If we
yeah,
can,
I know. I don't tell people.
Sneak you on a last minute flight, we will for sure.
Yeah. Honestly, closer to it. If it gets announced the day before, I'll just fucking jump on a plane. I don't care. Like, hopefully I get to meet some of you guys there. We'll see.
You guys honestly, seeing you rise up the ranks from I know you don't give a fuck about this, but seeing you rise from the ranks of OpenSea's all-time volume, to like top 10, top 14 is very like, that doesn't happen so you really got to give it like the I'm just soaking up that moment itself, because there's gonna come a day, I know you guys don't care, where you're gonna be top 5 and it's just like, dude, this started as a Koji's idea, looking at through the glass of Magic the Gathering. He was 5, and now look at all this lore, this story.
I absolutely do care about like people enjoying it, and no matter how they enjoy it, like whether it is trading, like collecting, or literally just collecting, or if it's flipping, trading, whatever, like the fact people get enjoyment out of something that we get to work on, like the very sort of genesis of, is it's like it's a satisfaction that's hard to describe, really, right?
Shit, don't make tears for sure. How are you guys getting away though? What from work? Are you guys kind of what do you like to do for fun?
You can get away from work?
Yeah.
So typically, my thing's always been traveling around a lot. Obviously, that kind of stopped when the world ended. But yeah, like planning trips. Essentially, I want to go to a bunch of places next year.
Like Cancun.
Other than that,
get some margaritas.
No, I want to go to Cambodia again. And I want to go to Mexico as well. I've never been to Mexico.
Never.
No, never been to Mexico. No.
Okay.
Mexico
Cambodia,
would love you, dude.
Oh yeah, Mexico looks everything about Mexico just looks sick. Like, here's some food.
Why
That's all I want.
Cambodia? It's just
Oh no, my partner grew up in Cambodia.
Oh, wow.
She's English, but she grew up in Cambodia.
Wow, that food, the street carts, the whole life.
Well,
there,
you got to be careful with the street carts if you want to survive, essentially. But yeah, the food there is incredible. The people are just like the friendliest in the world as well, and yeah, kind of the most. I've been to a lot of places, and it's like the most beautiful place I've ever seen. It's unreal.
Dude, you're making me hungry. I'm about to go get some Cambodian food in Charlotte, dude.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
I'm gonna call my
They
mom.
love pepper, man. Like that's a weird thing that no one expects. The best black pepper in the world comes from Cambodia. Actually, they used to ship it from Cambodia to Paris for all like the high flying restaurants. And yeah, like if you like the taste of pepper, Cambodian food will be for you. Because
you guys heard it, all right? Get
everything.
Get spicy, all right? Like the spicy alpha we just dropped today. Get some spicy Cambodian pepper.
Oh, you guys are making me hungry now too. But yeah, I mean, I also like going out to restaurants and a lot of travel. I mean, the relationship that I have with Kalos was solidified in a lot of misadventures around the globe. So now in pandemic times, I mean, obviously I spend a lot of time with my kid. And I also just spend a lot of time. I don't know. I've always been into tech, so just like messing with tech and researching tech, and also just spending way too much on nonsense. Like I just got. I'm gonna go off on a tangent here for a second, but I
You just bought a VR flight simulator.
No, fashion. This is fashion. There's this guy named Hender. The company's called Hender something. Hender Scheme. They're a Japanese shoe company that recreates famous silhouettes in like handmade leather. So like I bought a pair of what are the equivalent of Jordan 3s, handmade by this guy in Japan, in like
Nice.
just like plain untreated leather, and they like age over time. It's like the most insane thing, but like who cares?
Can you show
know?
it off, or you know?
Yeah,
No,
what are they called? I want to look this up.
Okay,
I
yeah.
haven't gotten them yet, but so
Yeah, what
the
are they
company's
called?
High
called
fashion.
Hender Scheme.
Ender scheme.
I'll put a link in our Discord, so if anyone is
Oh, I
listening,
found them.
is in the Discord.
Oh, they look clean.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me go to
Damn.
Discord, guys. You gave me FOMO.
It's the Hender Scheme MIP10 are the ones that I just ordered, but like I ordered them from the factory, so they're coming from Japan. It might take some time.
Can you link it to the merchant Mr. Gone chat I created for the Zoom link real quick? So I can see
I'll
this?
look.
Oh yeah, one sec.
I want to show the world.
Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, you can show the world.
Can I?
Put it in your chat. I mean, this is the first look I found. This is not where I ordered them from, but
Ooh, these are fucking clean.
Yeah, they're so clean. They're nice. Damn.
Untreated leather.
yeah. So they like age and like will brown and do other stuff over time.
You lucky bastard.
Yeah, I'm a psychopath. Like I don't know, for some reason I like stuff that you have to like wear in over years. So
Yeah, I have some leather shoes that I like Red Wings, the boots. I have some Red Wings that I bought like, yeah, they're nice. Mine are really nice. I'm a big fan. I bought them like 5 years ago, and I feel like they're just starting to wear in. Like those things are immortal. They're ridiculous.
Yeah, I got a couple of Red Wings as well, and I'm obsessed.
If anyone listening wants nice leather shoes, Red Wings are. Ooh, they're good.
I'm just sad because I don't know what model you have, but like the Iron Rangers now come with Vibram soles instead of like the plain leather sole, and I'm just like,
okay.
Fuck, I wish I had that. Just that.
I don't actually know what mine are. They've got no laces. I don't know because I really like.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they're laceless.
Bro,
They're
guys,
like
did
like
you
a
guys
Chelsea
just
or
see what just
something?
happened there?
Yeah, they're like a Chelsea boot. Yeah, they're like Chelsea boots.
You literally had two of the probably dynamic people inside Parallel just fucking rambling about shoes for like 2 minutes. That shit was beautiful. Don't take that shit for granted. Live with the Sensei is like the chillest podcast ever. Right? We do whatever. We're not just super stiff. All right, this is life. We're archiving it. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I can't wait to get me some Red Wings. I only wear Doc Martens. These shits are so heavy.
I mean, those last forever as well, though. That's the thing. So you asked us about our interests, and because we are nerds at heart, we will go off on incredible tangents when it comes to all this stuff, So like, get me started on raw denim or shoes or climbing or whatever, and I'll talk for like hours.
I fucking love that, bro.
Yeah, I love a good tangent.
Serious. Guys, we are heading to the end of the stream here. I know you guys have stuff to do. And I have a hot air balloon session that I have to take some kids on. So some teenagers, not kids. And it's going to be fun. So I got to head to that. I wanted to ask, I have, this is the part of the show where we allow you guys to channel your inner senseis and kind of speak to your audience, zen out. You can chill. You can do whatever the fuck you want, really. But I want you to, channel your inner sensei, get your inner Bruce Lee on, and just talk to your audience or say something. So I'm going to give Mr. Gon the first word, and then Merchant, you take us out. And thanks for being on the show. I really appreciate
it. The only thing I will say is, again, thanks everyone for keeping an eye on this project, being a part of this project, whether you've bought in or not. If you're listening, if you're in the Discord, it's incredible. A new pack drop soon if you're still waiting to dip your toe in the water. And yeah, find us at NFT NYC, hang out with us, and we're gonna do fun stuff that's not just NFT related. Like I'm gonna go climbing with a bunch of the people who are coming. So, come climb with me if you want.
Facts. They follow you at parallel.life on Twitter, right? And also the podcast is Thursday, correct?
No, sorry. It's at Parallel NFT on Twitter, or at Parallel NFT Pod on Twitter. And the website is parallel.life.
Yeah. Merchant.
Yeah, I think Koji touched all the technical stuff, really. Just thanks for hanging around. Appreciate it as always. Appreciate your patience too. You know, making games takes a while. We know that everyone would like to see things much sooner than they'll realistically happen, but that's because we want to get it right. So, yeah, just chill out, enjoy the nonsense beforehand, I guess. It's gonna get very exciting once we hit the new year. I think is the fair way to put it.
Yeah,
sorry, let me just leave you with a teaser. I know it's not my turn, but we got a glimpse of a paper that's coming up pretty soon. That's going to talk about a bunch of things that people want to hear about. And I got to tell you, man, it's looking pretty good. That's all I'm going to say. You know, there's a lot of people talking a lot of stuff and, you know, whatever, but I think it actually looks pretty cool from a non-technical perspective. It's pretty interesting.
I think people's collective shit is going to be quite lost when that comes out. Yeah.
Bro, what you guys, I love you guys. You guys give me just such good alpha last minute. You know, you make me work for it. But dude, that I wouldn't rather be anywhere else than here with you both talking parallel. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate what you guys are doing in the space. I am super encouraged every day. The calm before the storm is happening. I wanted to ask, if I was at the bar with you both, what are you guys ordering? I'll buy the drink.
Whiskey sour. It's my favorite drink.
Whiskey sour?
Tequila soda.
Tequila soda. Nice.
Yeah, I want that tequila taste to last as long as possible.
Underneath your tongue, droplets of tequila. But that's cool. Whiskey sour. Guys, I'm going to buy you a drink. You guys are amazing. Chat, you are undefeated as always. I got love for you guys. Underrated for sure. This chat was this whole thing was underrated. Your legs must be jacked, young. No, they're not. And I'm actually not short. I'm tall. Everyone thought I was short at Guttercon. I'm actually tall, so don't get it twisted. Guys,
yeah, he's like 5'6". That's pretty tall.
Yeah, dude. Shit. All right, I think Bannerman is like 5'7", maybe 6 feet. Who knows? Guys, I'll see you around. I'll see you in the Discord. Thanks for being here, guys. Live the dream, eat ice cream, and above all, stay content. Peace. Let's go to me.